guys, I know that I promised that I'm going to show you how to be a really good recruiter in your business. So I'm going to get to it. You ever noticed in the movie Wolf of Wall Street when Jordan Belfort was trying to get people to sell him a pen, but it seemed like majority of people did not grasp the concept until he got through this one person? That's because there's a really unique principle, actually very simple principle on that you can use to be a really good salesman or recruiter or an entrepreneur. And I'm going to get to that in a bit. But first of all, I want to let you guys know something. I don't care if you're being mentored by by a really good expert or guru or Bill Gates. As a matter of fact, if you don't have your mindset right, you will not succeed in any type of business that you're looking to succeed in. Reason being is because there's something that really clicked in me that my mentor taught me. And she told me that money is a mindset issue. Poverty is a mindset issue. If you're not really a good recruiter, but you have a really good mentor by your side, it's really because it's a mindset issue that actually I believe probably about 97 to 98% of marketers have is a mindset issue. It's not that you're a horrible recruiter or a good recruiter. You're just not trained, or you're trained. So before I get into the concept of being a good recruiter, that's something that you have to learn how to understand, is that you have to learn how to get your mind right before anything. Okay, so this principle that Jordan Belfort applied when it came to selling a pen is simple. You need to learn how to supply to people's needs, and you need to learn how to tell people what it is that they need to hear. Okay, so for example, I've got this pen. Somebody's telling me to sell them this pen. Somebody's telling me, hey, Sandra, let's say a customer comes to me and I work at a store or something or whatever, and they're saying, hi, my hand really hurts when I write. I'm actually a writer, and what I like to do is I like to write my papers first before I type them. Kind of like a rough draft. And what I notice is when I write for hours upon end, it starts to strain my fingers to where, it's almost stagnant. And I have to just put the pen down and stop what I'm doing for a few hours. So I'm just wondering, is there a really good pen that I can find comfort in, that can really help to prevent those issues from happening? Yeah, sure, definitely. What we have is this really cool pen. This pen we call it I'll just make it up. The Tracker Cool Pen, whatever. And what this pen does is it has this really cool cushion to it. And let me see. I'll just pick up something. It's got this really cool cushion to it around it, so that whenever you touch it, it's made out of gel actually. So whenever you touch it, it's almost like your finger just sinks into it, and it's almost like you can't really feel it. And it's like this type of comfort that you feel to it. So it's got this nice cushion to it. So whenever you're, pressing your fingers upon it, it doesn't strain your fingers as much. Okay, so that's really good for you. And also, let me ask you this, Sarah, Miss Johnson, how long do you write, by the way? 8 hours a day, actually. Okay, well, actually, did you know that you could write with this pen for over 8 hours and actually not feel any type of pressure or strain to your fingers? Oh, wow, no, I really didn't know that. Yes, that's what this pen is really made for, and that's what the gel cushion is made for, is so that it can supply comfort and support towards your fingers. Because I know that, sometimes your phalanges can, get really stagnant at times, so that's really good for you. And also, are you looking for an everyday pen that you want to use? Yes, I'm really looking for something I can use every day that I don't have to constantly switch out. Well, did you know that this pen is actually made out of titanium? It's where it can actually last you for years upon end, so you don't have to worry about it wearing out. As far as ink, you may have to replace it, but not constantly, because this really lasts you for a long time. Also, Do you have a tendency of losing your pens back to back? Yes, I really do. Well, did you know that this pen has a tracking device, and it actually comes with a really cool mobile app, so that whenever you lose it, your app can actually track it, so that you don't have to worry about not getting it again, because this is really good pen, so you don't want to lose it. But that's what we have the mobile app for. Does that sound like something that you would be interested in? Absolutely, Sandra. This is pretty cool. Yes, definitely. Well, why don't we get you to the front desk, well, to the register, and go on and get you checked out. How's that sound? Awesome. Yes, thank you for that. See how that sounds? Do you kind of get where it is that I'm coming from here? Versus, yeah, this pen's really cool. It's made out of titanium, and it's got a cool cushion, and it's also got a tracking device to it too. So yeah, I think this would be really good for you. That doesn't really apply to her needs, because she just told you that her fingers hurt upon end when she writes, and she really needs something that can apply her comfort to her fingers, and so on and so forth. That's the same thing with your business. You want to be able to supply to people's needs, because that's people's mistakes whenever they're trying to make a sale, is that they're not really listening to what it is that people need. Instead, they're just blabbering away and talking about things that people don't really care for. Something that I learned from Ben Martin when I was watching, if you guys know, Ben Martin is actually one of the top recruiters in our business. He said that human beings are naturally selfish, meaning that we don't care. We only care for the end result. We only want to know what it is that this product can do for us. So that's what you need to constantly think about whenever you're trying to make a sale. You just need to know, how can I accommodate this person? How can I supply to their needs? The moment you figure that out, I promise you, you will making a sale or even worrying about the price will not even be an issue. Why? Because when you know how to supply to people's needs, they're not thinking about the price. They're thinking about the value beyond the price. So trying to make money, etc., is really not going to be a problem for them. They're not going to worry. They don't mind. People don't mind spending money as long as it's something that's valuable to them. As long as they can see that it's worth it, they don't mind. Does that make sense? I hope that really does help you out. So, and that's the same thing with sales. If people, if you want to provide your business to them, they can either say yes or no. If they say no, that's okay. That's just a dumb marketer, like Ben Martin would say. I mean, I know it sounds harsh, but he's got a point. I was watching one of his videos. You're either a smart marketer or you're either a dumb marketer. So, if you provide their needs and they're into it, awesome. That's great. You have just made you a sale, and you can apply this principle everywhere you go. Okay, so I hope you guys got some value to this post. Please get your mind right before trying to make a sale. You need to understand that you have it in you. You have value to provide. But when you're just thinking about money, 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 it's going to haunt you. If you're thinking about the sale before trying to help that person genuinely, you will not go far in business. Okay, so think about trying to provide value, supply to people's needs, and get to what it is that they need to hear. Okay, so that'll be it for today. Thanks for your time. Bye.